A little bit of an update. I just got my fourth sale. I believe it's this Sunday, so that's pretty good. Took me a little while to get good at the skill of appointment setting, but I guess I can just find my own leads, so that's pretty good. When it comes to follow up, I'm still getting better at that. Little by little, following up. Managing my calendar, I actually got a little bit better than before. I got a little bit better at that. And right now, I'm just practicing my presentation right now. I think that's the most important thing I gotta do right now. I gotta get my laptop ready. I gotta get ready to manage the system that I'm gonna use for like to calculate everything. So, but little by little, I'm learning. And the closing, well, I'm realizing the closing is just developing as you go. Not every close has been the same. With my closer, she doesn't close the same every single time. That's what I'm realizing. So you just gotta adjust to what a person's problems are and just go from there. And then eventually, you just develop how you're gonna do the presentation. It's never the same. It's never the same. So yeah, I'm actually getting better at that, at qualifying people based on their financial situation as to who actually would benefit from the program, from the solar panel program. People that rent, we can't really do much there. It had to be home, like the owners of the house. What else? People that pay below $55 on the utility bill, or maybe even 150 and less. Doesn't. We could put a system that could offset, and they could generate a lot of credits, but it's not necessary that they do it. The people that pay 200 and above, that's like my consideration because prices are going up. So when people have like those kinds of utility bills, 200 and maybe 100 and 90 and 200 sometimes, might consider it. People that pay $300 and maybe 150 on their lower months, or 120, you might actually think about this. Like it'd be a pretty good idea to get solar panels. It'd be pretty good. Now, if you're paying 400, and your minimum might be maybe 180 or 150, you might actually have to change. This would actually benefit you a lot. That given that you actually get in with a good representative that can actually give you quantitative numbers that make sense. And then, yeah, I'm getting good at qualifying people based on their situation. Like, little by little, I know who I can actually help, who I can't. I've encountered a lot of homes where I've knocked on their door. They told me that they had a system and they got taken advantage of. And so I asked them how, and then they started telling me. Then I take a look at the blueprints, the bills, the electric bills. I take a look at the contract from the past company, the loan document, the how do you call it, the contract from the last company, and I try to explain to them what says in the contract. For example, a mechanics lien. What's a mechanics lien? It's basically a mechanics lien. It's something that was used in the past. So what would happen is that, for example, if a person didn't pay their loan, or the integrity of the loan was, I guess, at fault, or like might break. I don't want to say break. I think it's the wrong word for that. I believe it's might be a risk. What would happen is that you get a notice for the lien, and then you get a mechanics lien on the property. You would get a mechanics lien on the property, And this is basically what banks would do to protect the integrity of the loan. This is what they would do in the past. So people would get scared because what, I don't want to get a lien on my house. And you're right, nobody would want that. So what's good about this is that as of this moment, for example, the company that I work at, there is no, how do you call it, a mechanics lien on the house, on the property. There's a lien, a UCC lien on a no. For example, it's a notice of commitment. It's just telling you that you have to pay. If not, there's going to be a lien on the panels, not on the property, which is really good if you really think about it, because it makes sense. If you don't pay the solar panels, the bank has the right to go to this property and remove, how do you call it? Remove the panels from the property, and they can claim back their property. So this is better than before. So it's just something to keep in mind. There's also things that they don't explain to people. Also the 30% tax credit, how it works. So I've seen some people, they never even had an idea as to, they were like, okay, yeah, they told us that we were gonna get a 30% tax incentive from the government, but they didn't actually give us anything, or we don't know how to take it. And I'm like, God damn. So then I've had to explain to them that they have to get a good tax advisor that can help them if they're eligible for it. If they don't have any trouble with the IRS, or if they don't have any debt regarding in taxes, for example, anybody who's gotten their solar panels is qualified to get that 30% tax credit. So all you would need is a pretty good tax advisor that can actually help you to get that tax credit, and then you can call your bank and tell them to get that tax credit and put it back into the system, so that your payment doesn't go up. So once you get your solar panels right now, what happens is that you have a promotional period of 18 months where you have that initial that payment, which is the one that you got at your proposal from the person that went to your house. That payment is going to be for the first 18 months, but then you have 12 months to claim that tax credit. And then once you get that tax credit, you put it back into the system so that your payment doesn't go up. So, and you have 5 years to get that tax credit, and then put it back into the system. So you just got to make sure to file your taxes every year so that you get that tax credit back, and then you put it back into the system so the payment doesn't go up. That's why these things are not explained to people, which is really unfortunate that that things are happening to people, that they don't have like a pretty good system, or maybe the salesperson that got to the house, they just wanted to get a sale. I've seen a lot of people that get out of the car industry for like selling out in the car dealership to go sell solar panels. But the thing is that there's a difference between, for example, a salesperson and an order taker. People at the Toyota auto shops or any car dealerships that sell cars, they're order takers. They're not salesmen. They just gotta look, you just gotta, for example, when you look at a car, hey ma'am, how's it going? You have this car, looks real pretty. Look at the tires, it's from German, quality. You start talking about all everything that's going on right there, but you don't really tackle the problems from the person. Like the people at the dealerships, they don't have to look for their leads. They don't have to work for that. People just want to buy a car. Why do they go to a dealership? They go to buy a car. They already know they want a car. But as a salesman, you got to look for your own leads. You got to tell people what you're actually giving, that you're actually giving them enough value so that they can actually trust you. They say that every single transaction is a bridge. Every single path of transaction. This is you. This is the person. It's a bridge. How do you call it? You're transferring value over a bridge of trust. Like if this person trusts you and you give them enough value, they will buy. As long as you know what you're talking about. And you have to look for their best interest when you're trying to sell these kinds of systems because it's high ticket sales. You have to care about people. I do my best to care about people because it's solar panels. It's complicated. It's not easy. It's something that you have to explain to people how it works so that they can get the full benefit of getting solar panels. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of people that get solar panels and they don't understand how it works. Then it backfires on them, and then they get mad at the person that sold them to it. And then there's a lot of lawsuits, and then more things like that. So in my case, what I try to do is be as transparent as possible, and I don't like to lie. I don't like to lie. I try to find the truth into what I'm actually telling people. And it's something that I've researched that I know it's true regarding some laws that are happening or something that's happening in the United States, why people are getting solar panels and why the cost of living over here is going up little by little. Like, just so that people understand. For example, if you live in my city, which is El Paso, did you know that the cost of living is going up because people are moving in from like California and Florida? They can't afford to live over there. The cost of living is outrageous over there. And even the electric bills are paying like $600 for $400. It's crazy what they're paying over there. So the cost of living goes up, but not the salary. So these people come in to the city, and because the city is growing really fast, they're building a lot of houses really, really fast. So the cost of living is going up right here. The houses go up in value. Everything goes up in value here. So the property taxes go up. Bills go up. If the gas goes up, electric goes up. And right now what's happening right now is that they're changing our meters for everybody. Everybody's getting a new meter. So I don't know if anybody knew this, but the reason that they're changing our meter is to prepare our houses for solar. Like Texas wants like 10% of, I believe Texas wants 10% of the state to be under solar by 2025. So that's a big change. And then maybe by 2030, 30%. So they want to incentivize people to change. And us as well, we're salespeople, but we're also consultants on energy. If I'm selling solar panels, I have to know what I'm talking about. And look out for the best interest of the person. If I know that this thing isn't gonna work for them, then I should back away. My ability to say no, it will open up so much more doors than any other thing, because I know I'm offering something to somebody that actually needs it. That's why in my personal opinion, I don't like to sell small systems. I would rather sell big systems that I know people can actually take advantage of the solar panels, because the people that pay like really little on the utility bill, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So what I would rather do is sell systems about 6 kilowatts, 7 kilowatts, 8, 9, 10, about that range, because these people actually need it. It's just a matter of finding the person that they can actually trust to get them a good price for the system and a really good offset. And so the point I just want to make is that you have to care enough for people. Like at the beginning, like I said before, that I would rather become a person of value first than get money quick. Even still, I hold to that value to this day, because it's so easy to screw people over. It's so easy. It's so easy to just sell them something and make them trust you, and just sell them something that might not work. So I would rather just sell something that would actually work for them so I don't have any doubts. So that's why I would rather sell bigger systems where people are paying maybe $200 to $300. And I would have peace of mind because I believe that's way better than having money. Just having the peace of mind to actually help a person. So at this point, I just got, what, my fourth sale. I'm about to become a full sales representative. And I'm progressing little by little. I think at this point, overall in sales, last month I did 2K. But I just got paid like the rest of the money that I had to be paid for after installation. So I made 3K. But with this other deal, I got 30% again. So maybe I'll get like 1,000 to 1,150. Then after that, I'll get 50% of commissions with my closer. But eventually I want to close by myself so that I can earn the 100% commissions by myself. And I can close by myself. But yeah, if there's any takeaway I want to tell people is that I hope that somebody found this valuable when it comes to solar, so that you understand why some things happen. More than likely here, if you live in El Paso right here, this is gonna help you quite a bit. And yeah, I'm progressing little by little, saving up money. Eventually I've seen how other agencies work, other marketing agencies work in solar. Or I've heard how it works, and they told me that it's the same shit that I was gonna do. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna learn the skill of sales. I'm gonna make money. Make money, save up. Once I have enough saved up, I don't know how much that is gonna be. Maybe when I feel comfortable closing by myself, I will start running. I'll start maybe cold calling businesses so that I can actually do their marketing, and then eventually just help them sell the systems. So, but yeah, going little by little. The biggest hurdle was for me to graduate and become a full sales rep, and I did it. I just got my fourth sale. I'm actually gonna give out my presentation to the team tomorrow, so they can actually judge how good I can actually give the presentation. So I'm just getting ready. I'm getting ready for that. Hopefully in the future I can, I know I can set my own appointments, but just hopefully in the future I can get better and provide more value to other people by trying to do the right thing. And another thing that I understood more than anything that I learned is that you can't really help everybody, even if you wanted to. I've seen houses where they have their solar system, but I can't really do much to help them because they already signed the contract. So all I really can do is give them advice that could help them get some return on what they actually invested in. But yeah, that's I'm progressing little by little, making a little bit of money, saving it up, and then eventually just becoming a closer. So maybe it's gonna take me a couple more months to become a closer, a couple more months to become a good closer. But as of right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I just gotta get better every day. I just can't believe I made sales work for me. Just because I didn't give up. and I had the tolerance to keep going. It's crazy. But I'm gonna keep going. Took me a while to make some money in this entrepreneurial journey, but hopefully in the future I can provide more value to other people by being a good consultant, so they can actually reap the benefits of getting solar panels so that somebody explains to them in a good way, or that makes sense. So if you find any value in this, maybe you can drop in the comments and put value. I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you saw any sort of value in this post, you can type value below the video. Yeah, hopefully I can make more of these, so I can actually, if you have any questions regarding solar, I can actually help you out. But yeah, it also depends. Like if you live in a different state, that's gonna be a different issue. But yeah, stay safe. Thank you for watching.